Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show up for an international audience. Now let's go to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 8 matchup.
Lions and Falcons. The rain is coming down and should continue to do so as we head towards kickoff.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms. And Phil, the weather looks like it'll be a real test out there for these teams today.
Yeah, it might be a test, but look, I'm tired of hearing about all this weather. It's going to affect the game. These are pros. These guys can handle it. They see all types of situations. So go out there and just execute your game plan. And if you don't make it happen, it's your fault. Don't blame it on the weather.
So that means Devin Hester will be back for the opening kick. And Sam Martin is ready to get this one underway. And here's Hester. The ball is out. A huge turn of events. The ball's going back the other way.
One of the reasons why you put all those fast guys on your kicking team, so when that football comes loose like it did then, your guys can react and recover the fumble.
Really good field position here to start this drive.
Matthew Stafford will be under center.
First down and 10.
Keeps it on the play fake. Detroit in for the touchdown.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
And we're going to have a stoppage here because the booth wants to have a look at this potential touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
As always, every touchdown is reviewed and verified, and it is now the word sent down. It is, in fact, verified for 6.
First down by the offense in the red zone, and, you know, if you're on the defensive side, you don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
And he'll start his return. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. Lions coming out now at quarterback. He hovered right around 50% completion mark last week. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Empty backfield look for Ryan here. They send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Falcons get a first down.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer, but these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
The Falcons continue to find themselves in games that come down to the wire. A week ago, they secured a victory, but they trail in this one right now, partner.
In the NFL, your whole season really evolves around how you play in the close games. If you don't perform well in the close games, you're not going to go to the playoffs. The Falcons did a good job that time keeping the defense off balance. They throw the football, they pick up some solid yards now, and they can choose from run or pass.
The Falcons doing their part to spread breast cancer awareness this month in the NFL. Plenty of pink on their uniforms today and throughout the stadium. 2nd down and 1. Keeps it here. That catch good for a first down.
Quarterbacks love play-action passes, especially on first down, because the defense, sometimes they're expecting run. You fake it, easy completion down the field.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Matt Ryan with the long pat. Ball's picked off. And he's brought to the ground. Stafford's heading out to the huddle now for the first series. He's coming off a week where he put together an impressive showing, a quarterback rating over 150. First down, offense readying for the snap. Stafford's going to be in the pistol here. And the give to Reggie Bush. That's a gain of 10. Second down. Nickel formation for the defense here. Reggie Bush is in the backfield. They'll go ground. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Reggie Bush is as quick as they come at the running back position in the NFL. That's a good job showing that quickness and picking up a first down.
Nickel formation here for the defense. Setting up screen. Gets it out for the completion. Moore's there to take it down. And now let's take a look at the Lions offense. They're a hard team to get off the field because third down this season has gone their way, converting at a very high rate. That's second down coming up. Offense lines up here. Bell's taking the handoff. And he's tackled down after picking up the first.
Bell's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
It's Bush in the backfield. First down at the 39. Play action. Throwing now to his left. And a nice catch by Calvin Johnson.
That selling this play big time. The defense, they go for the run fake, and that's why he has time to throw the football and makes the completion. Good job.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. First down following the long play. Quick screen to Tate.
Good job on that touchdown that time, and I'll tell you, there's nothing like being on top of the other team and make them chase you.
The Lions lining up for the point after. Inside of the uprights. The Falcons ready to return the kick. And this is Arenas running it out. And it's the same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. First down on the way. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. Matt Ryan from the shotgun. Finds his mark. He's tackled right at the 24. Here's our look at the Falcons offense. This is an efficient group. Last week, turning the football over just once. That pass play picked up only 4. Second down and 6 coming up. Matt Ryan under center. Here's the handoff. He's stacked up at that point. And with that, let's look at the Lions defense. The strength of this defense has been its ability to stop the rush. The defense looking for one more stop here on third down after that run. Jackson takes his spot in the backfield. Has his man. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
Offense lines up here. Ryan's going to take it from the gun. Underneath, but can't find the mark that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Well, he doesn't even have time to develop. The quarterback is under so much pressure, he's throwing it before these receivers are even ready.
Split backfield here. Falcons from the 32. And he's thrown to the ground.
Good job by the defense. They disguised that blitz. They waited, and they timed it perfectly. And the quarterback not able to make the pass protection change, and not being able to make that pass protection change, well, ends up in a sack for the defense.
Third down. They've come out in the dime package. Ryan takes it from the gun. And they deck him.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on third down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on third down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
Bosher is back now. He'll be punting it away. They're in punting formation. Bush is stopped there. The Lions ready now to start their next series. They'll take it here from the 39. Matthew Stafford will be under center. First and 10. Gets the handle here. Bush is tackled down at the 45. And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. Bush is lined up directly behind the quarterback here. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
Looking to go up top again on first down. He's going to be tackled right around the 42-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
Second and 4. They're setting up screen. Spins out of the tackle. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line.
If they're going to take away all the receivers down the field, throw it short to your running back, and look what they can do in the open field. Nice run by the running back.
Matthew Stafford will be under center. First and 10. To Ebron. He's brought to a halt.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a first down.
Now, the next snap from inside the red zone, where a week ago they starred as a team. Now 1st and 10. Bell's going to secure the handoff.
I think you got to be a little more creative in the red zone than this. When you just line up and run the football like that, you're not going to get a lot of yards. And that time they just got a short gain.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Lions are in for the score.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
The Lions now will tack on the extra point. And the point after is good. The Falcons now have even more work to do to get back into this one. Scores 21-0. Lions set to kick it. And this is Arenas running it out. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Falcons offense ready now to see what it can do. Matt Ryan under center. 1st down at the 19. Jackson answers in on the tackle.
Jackson's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
Jackson's lined up as the single back. 2nd down and 7. Falcons now move the chains.
Every quarterback in the NFL loves this coverage where you got 4 defensive backs all playing deep. So in routes, anything across the middle usually is wide open. Good job by the quarterback taking advantage of the defense that time.
Catch made. White's brought down, but not until he gives his team a new set of downs.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times. But one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this to pick up those first downs and keep it going.
1st down and 10. Gives it to Steven Jackson. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. Coming up, 2nd down. Hester's in the slot. From the shotgun. Hester's got it on a pass that had some heat. That brings the play to an end.
All the quarterbacks in the NFL, they'd all be great if they had all day to throw like this. When you give an average quarterback this kind of time, he turns into a great quarterback.
This play set up by the long gainer. Ryan from the gun. Sticks to his hands.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets the completion. And there's some tight spots. Not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
About 90 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter, and it's a 2nd down play. Steven Jackson lined up in the backfield. Ryan standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Got the completion.
You must be very creative in the red zone when it comes to the passing game. Formations, movement, do whatever it takes to give your players an advantage. That time they get a nice play call. They throw the pass and complete it for a good, solid pickup.
The defense comes out in the nickel.
First and goal from the 7. He's got the catch and picks up maybe 3 or 4.
So that last play almost got them in here. And when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
Second and goal from the 3. He's in for the score.
Nothing like having a quarterback who has a good arm who can just fire that football into some tight spots. And then it helps when the receiver got the talent and the courage to go in there and make that tough catch.
The Falcons lined up now for the point after. Makes the PAT. The Lions will get the ball back now, still leading before the half. Scores 21-7.
Falcons getting ready to kick it off.
And tackles made right around the 26-yard line.
First down here.
Matthew Stafford backed off the line. Shotgun formation.
First and 10.
Has his man.
Well, the drag route that time picked up solid yards. These receivers, sometimes they get a little nervous running these drag routes or these short crossers because they are afraid a defender's going to come out of nowhere and hit them. That's the quarterback's job. See in front of the receiver, lead the guy to the open space. Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up, and when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
The Lions will take the snap from the 40. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
Lots of ways to attack cover 2. There's no doubt about it. You can throw it underneath. You can pump fake the safeties, make one of them move, and still throw it deep down the field.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down.
Bush is in the backfield. Single back set. Gonna try and scramble now. And pick up about 4. They come to the line on third down. They did an excellent job of executing in these spots last week. The Lions have it at the 44. The Lions get a first down. Gains 20. Right now, this offense doesn't have much to complain about. Holding on to the lead here in the first half. And the passing game partner has been very sharp.
Well, they're probably going to complain that they could have more points because you can never have enough points, Jim. We all know that. But the offensive line, wide receivers, quarterback, and even the coach on the sideline all having a very good first half.
Here's the first snap after the big play.
Bush
looking for some daylight up the middle.
And Bush is stopped there. The Lions are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here.
We're back, and the offense is ready to roll after the timeout. And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down.
Stafford has everybody split out wide for this snap.
From the gun.
And that's Trufant, who almost had the interception.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Stafford from the gun. And this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time, he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort. Jim, they get the field goal there that time, and it keeps the momentum on their side. It's positive energy. It makes you feel good. Now we'll see if the defense can carry it on.
It's Hester taking a knee, so this will come out to the 20. The Falcons offense now marches onto the field. Split backfield here. First down at the 20. They'll run it here, and a gain of 4.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
So that's going to do it for the first half. Lions are up in this one.
We welcome you in now for the EA Sports Halftime Report presented by Verizon. Now let's take a look back at the first half. The Falcons haven't been able to find the same rhythm they had a week ago. The Lions are doing a good job keeping them off balance, and that's led to a lead for them at the half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now following the turnover, Johnson's able to get open here, and that goes as a 23-yard touchdown. Lions going up by 6. Now they've got it at the 44-yard line. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Bentley's is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. After the pick, offense comes out now. Tate's got a running lane here, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Lions up by 2 touchdowns. Lions line up at the 8. Johnson's found on the quick pass, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The lead grows to 21. We move late into the second. Ryan's looking for a mark in the end zone, and he'd cap off the 9-play drive with a TD. Falcons down by 14. So that's all for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to the field for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you for all of those updates. And now the teams are coming back onto the field, and we're about to get the second half started. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Lions now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. Nickel formation for the defense here. And now here's the first snap of the second half. Bill, today it's been about one wide receiver's ability to find the end zone.
You never know who's going to step up and win the football game for you. Today, the wide receiver is the man. How about these catches and the plays afterwards? Terrific day.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. Matthew Stafford will be under center. Offense lines up here. Quick drop back. Matt Stafford gets it to Calvin Johnson. The Lions have a wideout who is in the midst of a hot streak. Johnson's played a role here for this team as a #1 option, and he deserves it, Phil.
I think there's a big reason why we're seeing him play so well. Jim, I had a chance to talk to him, and he says physically he feels great. It shows he is playing great.
First down at the 50. And the give to Reggie Bush. And that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Second down here. Two tight ends on the field here. They'll run it off the toss. Can't find space, and this will be a loss of 1 on the play.
That time, that's just a bad decision by the running back. He makes the wrong read. The offensive line blocked it right, but when you make the wrong read, you're going to get tackled. That time he gets tackled for a loss.
Now 3rd and 4 following the run. Bell is in the backfield. He'll fire it out to the left, and he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. Johnson's undoubtedly been the top target for his quarterback today, Phil.
Yeah, he has. And quarterbacks, that's what happens. When a wide receiver gets hot, hey, they'll start looking for him, and that's what's happened in this game so far here.
They are close enough to a first to go for it here on 4th down. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Collins has got it on the handoff. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line. The Falcons defense not able to make the stop there, and they'll have to stay on the field a little bit longer.
Well, sometimes when it's 4th and short, the toughest man wins. And that time, the defense was not the toughest unit.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Handoff, middle. And he's able to get out to the 34-yard line.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
Second down coming up. Nickel formation here for the defense. Set up screen to Bush. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
The quarterback should have never thrown at that time. Even though he completes the pass, he should have seen the defense was right there. A loss of a couple yards.
After that last reception, they are still 8 yards away from a first. 3rd and 8 coming up. Trying to work that left side. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
The offense is still on the field here on 4th down, needing 6 for the first. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. The Lions have it at the 34. Looking to the right side and throwing. Well, we'll be switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way.
Well, but you got to lead in the second half. If you go forward on 4th down, of course, the coach felt really good about his chances of picking it up. Now you got to deal with the consequences. Have your defense go out there and stop the other team's offense.
Jackson's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. And that gains a few. Falcons have tried a couple of different ways to get the running game going, but it hasn't paid off. Jackson's been shut down from his very first carry on.
No balance by this offense, like you said today. They can't run the football, but I've said this all the time. It's not always about just dominating physically and blocking up front. Running backs have to do their part. They have to make good decisions, and they got to break some tackles.
Throws to the right. That's White with the catch from Ryan.
When you play zone in the NFL, what you're trying to do is make the quarterback hold the football just for a half a second longer, and you hope the pass rush can get there. They don't that time. That's why he got the completion.
First down at the 49. That pass well defended.
Well, the protection was bad. Quarterback didn't have the time. He's off balance, and he throws the incompletion.
And now they'll try over again on 2nd down. Matt Ryan from the shotgun finds his mark. Now They take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
That's a good job that time by the quarterback getting that pass completion. Now it makes third down very manageable for him.
Vespers lined up in the slot. Double covered and incomplete that time. The Falcons are getting set to punt. The offense is backed up. Offense lines up here. Now 1st and 10. Bell's handed the football. And that's enough for a first down.
When you're backed up against your own end zone, I think it's up to the coach to call some plays that catches the defense by surprise. They did it that time, and they got a big first down.
The third quarter comes to a close, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions will come to the line, trying to put together a scoring drive here in the fourth. First down here after the run. Quarter begins with this snap. It's out of the pocket, out to the left. And it's out of bounds, incomplete. That leads us to 2nd down. To the ground. And that's Dent in on the stop. After that last run, it sets up 3rd and 6. The defense comes out in the nickel. That timeout by the offense. Offense getting set now following the timeout. Third down following the run. Split backfield here. Bush is going to take the handoff now. Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has the injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Lions official. Matthew Stafford's injury is a minor one, so they'll just take one more look at him, and then he should return later in the game.
Hester's going to try and return this punt. Gains 16. First down here. Quarters formation here for the defense. Ryan's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Looking across the middle for about 4. The Lions lead right now, but of course a big reason why is that defense has shown up to play.
Jim, to win in the NFL, you have to do all 3 phases of the game the right way. Offense, special teams, and that defense must show up every single week. Good job so far here today.
Ryan's back in shotgun formation. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
This is third down. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Ryan takes it from the gun. Looking to the right side and throwing. Got the completion. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Sometimes it's good protection by the offensive line, and sometimes it's just bad defense. They can't get to the quarterback, and that's another completion by him.
Fourth down, close to the first, so the offense stays on the field. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Jackson's taking the handoff, and they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. The Lions defense desperately wanted that stop, but now they'll have to stay on the field.
Sometimes you got to guess right on the defensive side, and that time the defense did not guess the right way. They're in the wrong defense, and they gave up that fourth down attempt.
And that pass is going out of bounds, incomplete. Failing to complete that one, so second down here. Nickel formation for the defense here. Ryan from the gun. The ball is jarred loose. The defense has the football. Got a big lane. Scores the touchdown.
Anytime you're on the offensive side and you fumble and the defense picks it up and takes it for a long touchdown, wow, that is hard to overcome. So what a job by the defense. Very opportunistic. Take advantage of those situations when they come up.
The Lions with an extra point try on the way. The point after is good. The Falcons in kick return formation. And as he takes the knee, Ryan will now bring his offense onto the field. The Falcons getting set now for their next series. Wide receivers are bunched up. First down at the 20. Set up screen. Got the first, and he's got some space. And he is brought down at the 45-yard line.
Nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator. A little screen pass to the halfback. He knew the defensive line was going to be charging hard. They were, and it picked up some nice yards.
Hester's going to get set in the slot for this snap. They're going back up top. Has his target. This will end up as a 2-yard loss. The Lions haven't forced many turnovers this season, but today they're having a big outing. And it's easy to see why they're winning because of it.
Yeah, I like what they're doing on the defensive side. They are hustling so much, and when you hustle, you get more defensive players around the football, and that's how you cause turnovers.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. The Falcons take it from the 43. To the ground.
I don't know if they were confused or not, but the left side of the offensive line that time, they were not aggressive. They got pushed back, and they give up a sack of the quarterback.
Third down on the way. Jackson takes his spot in the backfield. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in this one, and time is running out here in the fourth quarter. Now looking at third down. Hester's a receiver in the slot. Ryan's got it in the gun. And he's sacked again. They bring back out the offense to go for it. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. Falcons take it from the 28. Ooh, they failed to pick up the first, and the ball will go back to the other side.
Situations like this sometimes can cost you the game. You're down in the second half. Why would you go for it on fourth down in this situation? You don't get it, that decision might cost you this football game.
Bush. That'll stop the play right there. And here we have second down. Bell's going to secure the handoff. In the end, it picks up only a yard.
It's about managing the football game. That's why they ran the football right there. Not a big game, but sometimes you have to be predictable. You have the lead. You're trying to get rid of the clock. You got to run it.
The Lions snap it up at the 26. Here's the quick toss, and he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Good job by the safety diagnosing the run, getting up outside, and making the tackle for a short gain.
Bill, before we go, how about a little chat about how much this win means?
Well, you know, Jim, let's look at it this way. It was just a nice win. It keeps your confidence up, and it just gives you a little energy to go out next week and try to accomplish it again.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.